first step that I'm going to be working on, which is building the search platform. It's pretty straightforward. I've got these aluminum profiles from a company called Framing Technology, and you can order whatever you want, whatever size you want. They cut it for you. So these are 55 inches each, and then I cut these myself into like 19 and 5/8. The search platform, my TR160, the Track Racer TR160, is going to sit on top of it. I'm going to put some rails on here so it can move the cockpit back and forth. All right, so let's put this together. Pretty straightforward. 4 pieces right here that you have, and we'll put the brackets, and then yeah, that should be it. Okay, so now we've built the frame for the surge. This is just a matter of connecting the actuator. There's going to be 4 actuators, actually 5 actuators connecting to the surge platform. The 2 front actuators, the 2 rear actuators, and the one right here in the middle for the actual surge that will pull the frame back and forth. Based on this, if you've seen in previous videos what I mentioned, that if we go for a quick overview over the search platform, for my use case, which is the TR160, I built the surge to match the same exact width and length of the TR160. So these pieces right here at the end, this piece and this piece right here, they're like I mentioned, is 19 and 5/8, and these 2 pieces right here, the longer pieces right here, this one and that one right here, they're 55 inches. Okay, so, and they're all connected with these brackets, like I mentioned, the 2 hole brackets. Now these little pieces right here, the profile, these little profiles, each piece is 8 inches. Okay, it's 8 inches, and again, they're also connected to the surge platform via these brackets right here. Now you can put, you see I only put one bracket here, one bracket here. If you have more brackets, go for it. Make it stronger. Put an additional bracket here, put additional bracket here. But these are 8 inches, and if you notice as well, the this actuator right here is connected to the to these 8-inch little aluminum profiles using also brackets. These little brackets right here. You have 2 brackets right here, and that's how this connects to it. Again, you can put on this side as well, right here and right here. You can put additional brackets. It's up to you, but so far to me it's been working well, and it's just perfect. And the last thing that I want to talk about here is the distance from the 8-inch little profiles to the back, which is about 15.5. So from this end right here to this end is 15.5. And when you say when I talk about the measurement, it's basically from this side right here to this side, and same thing. So from here, from the edge to the edge, this one is 15.5. And this side, this whole thing right here, is all, we're talking about the back of the rig. So this will be the back, and this is basically the seat area right here. So this section right here is the rear, not the front. Okay, let's continue working on the surge profile. For this section, we're going to be talking about the rails, the installation of the rails, and the brackets on the rails. It's pretty straightforward, but maybe a little bit of guidance I can give you on this. Check the packaging. I don't remember if the screws to install the rails actually come in the packaging. You know, there's 10 holes per rail, so there should be about 40 screws, and these are the M6 screws. So make sure that if you do not have the screws, the ones that you're going to be ordering are the M6 ones, and I'm for sure it does not come with the nuts, the rolling nuts that go into the profile right here. So you need the nuts, and they're also M6. Yep. So okay. So it's pretty straightforward to install the rails. Like you see, I started the installation of the rails from the edge of the platform all the way to here. Same thing from the edge of the platform all the way to here. Same thing in the all of them are that from the edge of the platform. So you see this, there's a little gap right here, which is perfectly fine. It's not a big deal. You're supposed to have this gap in the middle right here. Which is fine. So this is how the installation will go. And the brackets, now for these brackets, you have the option of doing two things. These brackets right here, they can be facing outwards, like you see the section right here is facing outwards, or these sections can be facing inwards. So instead of being on that side, it could be facing to the inside. In my case, I actually made them face inside. I mean, this was before I corrected it. They were facing upwards, but in my installation, I made them face inwards. And the reason for that is it prevents a lot of, as the search platform moves back and forth, there are these vertical profiles on the actual rig. And as it moves back and forth, and I'll show you another picture, as it moves back and forth, it may be hitting that vertical profile on the actual rig. That's why I put these on the inside. And I think I do have another picture where I can show you that how these look from the inside. So you can flip them. Yeah, they will work both ways. Yeah. So this is where we are. So this is what I meant when I said if you install them like this, facing outwards, as this long vertical profile on the actual rig, as the rig moves back and forth, it is going to hit these brackets. Now you should see what I mean. So that's why instead of these brackets facing outwards like this, just face them, make them face inwards. And again, it depends on your setup. It depends where you want to install the actuators. But my recommendation and my guidance to you is, to avoid any issues or any hassle, just go ahead and flip the brackets and install the side facing inwards. Okay. Now let's move on to the installation of the 4 vertical actuators on the Surge, because I got a lot of questions. Hey, where do I install the actuators? Do they get installed on the rig itself? Do they get installed on the search platform? Where do they get installed? Yes, the actuators will be installed on the actual search platform. The brackets come pre-installed on the actuators, and all you need to do is just use the screws and the nut and the nuts, and just screw the actuators into the rig. Very straightforward process. There's no confusion to that. And look, remember I mentioned that the brackets are pointing inwards. So this is what it is. I put the brackets pointing inwards, like I mentioned previously. So this was my final setup. Okay, so the 4 actuators, like you see in the picture here, the 2 rear ones are very, very, they're straightforward, and it's all the way to the back, all the way to the edge of the search platform. No question about that. Just go all the way to the back and just put the 2 rear ones. Now, the 2 front ones are going to matter in the sense where how much movement are you expecting or you want to really get out of your rig. The further the rear and the front actuators are apart, the less movement you're going to get out of your system. The closer they are, and the recommendation is about 33 inches, 34 inches apart, the front and the rear. About 34, 33 inches. If you're able to get that distance, mine, they are about 33 inches. I was able to take my whole setup apart, and that's another feedback that I give you is, if you already have a rig that's already built, dismantle all of that rig. Take everything apart. I've done that. It makes things so much easier. And just take it apart. Don't expect to just build the traction loss platform, the surge platform, and then put your actual rig on top of it and connect it. It's going to be a mess. So take it all apart, because it's going to help you with the measurements, and it's just going to help you build the system all together. So the distance between the rear actuators and the front actuators, I put it as 33 inches, because again, if they're further apart, there is the pitch will have, you get less degree of the pitch. But if they're closer to each other, then the degree of the pitch gets higher, and there's it's just better. You'll get more of your system. And also another advice is to try and position your seat to be in the middle, as much as you can, in the middle between the front actuators and the right actuators. Again, to get the most of your motion system, to get the most out of your system, to get more immersion, just go ahead and do that. Yeah, but that's basically it. Position. This is what I would look into first, is try to get the positioning to about 33 inches to 34 inches. Do not worry about the traction loss platform yet. Do not worry about your actual rig yet. Just worry about the surge. Worry about the position of the actuators. Install the actuators, and this is basically your first step. Now you are done with the surge platform. This is what you expect to see on a surge platform. Install it, and you're done with the surge platform.